What's happening, guys? My name is PseudoGrimm and welcome back to Rainswept. Rainswept's a game that I played, I don't know, a year and a half. It was a long time ago, back when it was just a demo releasing on the Game Jolt, a wee little baby. And now it's released as a completely full game, and I decided to splurge and to spend money on a game because I didn't have anything else to do and I love this game. Monday at 12:14 a.m., October 7th, 1996. Yeah, so I've already played through this part before, but I'm going to do it completely again because I don't remember what was happening. Hi, dude. Oh, gun. Fuck. So, if you don't remember this game, that's totally cool, because I don't either. Frostwood Interactive presents a car in the woods driving down the road all eerily and atmospherically, smoking a cigarette with music by Mcleod. I don't know. I can't pronounce things. I'm not even gonna try. But yeah, this was a really cool game. It's a detective adventure click and point type game with a really cool art style with a dude that you play as that looks like Castiel from Supernatural. If you don't know Castiel from Supernatural, you need to learn because you're ignorant and you need to learn things because he's awesome. But yeah, we're back in it and this should be cool. This should be cool. This is also the origin of Detective Sexy Pants. No applause for that one? His memory shall live on in fruition and legend as we continue. God damn, it's really coming down, says the detective. Hope I don't catch a cold again. Alright, how do I move? Oh, good God. Okay, I think I got it. Haha, yes. Detective Sexy Pants. This music's totally throwing off my sexy vibe, but... Terrible. What did you say? I can't hear you over the fucking rain. What's happened here? A murder? Johnny, get under the umbrella. Granny, I want to leave. It's really cold. Can we go back to the shop now? We can see all of this coming a mile away. Ma'am, please, stop speculating. Get the fuck away from the line. Granny, please. Alright, Johnny. Let's go. There's no point standing here now. I knew this would happen. We should have done something. There's nothing we could have done. Oh, I remember this dude. I gave him the wrong voice. Let me rephrase that. Chris did it. I'm sure of it. So, it does look like that, doesn't it? All right. A few more minutes. I want to see what happens. No. Detective Stone, right? The chief is inside. They've been waiting for you. Dialogue options. Okie doke. You need to control the crowd, officer. Control these motherfuckers. Why am I cursing so much? Stop it. What? You'll have to speak up. I can't hear you over the rain. Control the crowd, you bitch! There's evidence and stuff. We can't have trampling. Can you move them? Oh, right. I heard you that time because you spoke out of your sexy pants. Hey, Williams, what the f*** are you doing? Trying to prop up this tape, sir. It won't stay. We'll get some sticks and drive them in. It's not rocket science. Goodness gracious, sorry. Thing is, we're short on manpower here. We weren't prepared for this kind of a thing. First time in decades that anybody's ever killed anybody. And to top it off, this goddamn rain! Goddamn the rain! Man, just get the crowd under control. I'm heading inside. Sexy pants, away. Still smoking, in the rain. Because I'm that sexy. Should I go in? Yes, you should go in, that's why I clicked the door! What's up, guys? Oh God. Oh yeah, there's a dead guy. Whoops. I should pay attention. Michael? Huh? Holy shit, what the fuck? I'm dying! What the hell? Detective, are you okay? Ugh, let me just lank myself up. I think so. Guess I'm just a little tired after the long drive here. Okay, if you say so. Detective Stone, right? The head office called in to say that you'd be joining us here for this investigation. I'm Sheriff Harris, and this is Officer Watts. We appreciate the department sending help, but I don't think we'll need it. This case is ready to be wrapped up. So what do we have here? The victims here are Christopher Green, age 26, died from a bullet wound to the head, looks self-inflicted. And Diane Miller, age 24, single bullet wound to the abdomen. The victims lived together, were unmarried. Well, I guess that's pretty cut and dry, but we're gonna do our sexy investigating because we have the power to really see deeply into these. We're just gonna do it. Signs of an intruder. No signs of forced entry. The door was locked from the inside. An officer climbed through the open window to open the door. There are no footprints outside that window. Except the officers, because I'm a smart ass. He was careful. No signs of struggle or marks on the bodies either. What time they die? According to the next door neighbor, a single gunshot was heard around 1500 hours. 12:15 a.m. We received the call at about 20 hours and we were in another 5 minutes. When do people talk like this? 12:20. We found them dead upon arrival and confirmed the timing. Alright, how about the weapon? A gun, I presume. Both shots were fired from a .38 caliber special revolver. Ballistics report will let us know more. How about witnesses? Just the next door neighbor who claims to have heard a single gunshot. We can interview him shortly. Okay, so he heard a single gunshot, but there were two shot unless the gunshot went through one and hit the other. The neighbor probably did it. I don't know. Honestly speaking, detective, we think it's pretty obvious what's taking place here. And by what do you mean by that? They had a reputation. They weren't exactly a happy couple. The whole town knows this. Diane was shot at point-blank range with Chris's gun. Probably by Chris. He then went ahead and shot himself, as the wound is clearly self-inflicted. So you see, sending you here unnecessarily complicates things. Let's question their abilities, because Detective Sexy Pants is a bit of an ass. I'm beginning to think it was a very good idea, in fact. It's obviously a case of murder-suicide, Detective. So everything's figured out already, huh, guys? If that was sarcasm, I'll ignore it. But yes, more or less. Are you suggesting there was domestic violence involved? It would seem so. It was never reported, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen. So, rumors? You may call it that, but where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm not sure that. And they were never really able to fit in this town. They were new here, moved in about 6 months ago. Good riddance to them. Never got out much, didn't make any friends. We don't need to analyze the obvious, Detective. That would only be inefficient. This is Officer Blunt. She will assist you through the course of your work here. Hello, Detective. Hello, Officer Blunt. I'm smoking a cigarette, but maybe I could smoke you later. We're looking to wrap this case up quick and clean. We don't want to drag it if it can be helped. We have an important festival coming around in a week's time. So you might say this is rather bad timing. So there's no need to go around complicating things, alright? Just give me a story that works and we can close this case quickly. Sarcastic reply. I'm an ass. Yeah, sure. Can't wait to wrap this case up. Put a nice little bow on it. Put it under the Christmas tree and like stuff. Yeah, alright then. I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Alrighty then. Anyway, have a look around the room if you like. Come talk to me when you're done. What's up, Officer Blunt? You gonna help me investigate here? I'm gonna look at this gun here. A .38 caliber special, as Officer Watts said. It looks pretty old. It can hold 6 rounds. It's a revolver, so it wouldn't have ejected the shell casing. They should still be in the barrel. Well, let's check out the barrel. Get inside that little bitch. There are 3 unused rounds still in here and 3 spent, so there were 3 shots. If 2 were fired last night, where's the 3rd? Or was it shot last night, or on some other day? Something belonged to Chris, according to Officer Watts. The gun, probably. Let's assume Chris or Diane weren't the ones to use it. Is there anyone else that could have known where they kept the gun? From Pineview? I really doubt it. Remember, no signs of forced entry. Could it be someone they were comfortable with or trusted? No one I can think of. My god, the music is fucking loud. Break. Whew. I'm going back in. So intense. Let's investigate this cabinet drawer thing. 38 special rounds. It's a box of 50. There are 44 here, which means 6 are missing. 2 were used last night. 1 was expended. 3 are still in the gun. I can do math. Let's look at this table. Red wine. It looks like a new bottle was opened yesterday. Someone drank from this glass. I'm sorry, my screen capture is right there in that left corner. I can't see stuff in that corner. It would seem that Chris was sitting by himself at the table and drinking wine, waiting for someone to join him. Maybe Diane? Maybe he was waiting for her, or someone else. We don't know yet. A glass of wine was knocked over. Looks like wine, but there seems to be blood in here as well. Could blood splatter in this direction? It doesn't make sense. Drops of blood feel like they're out of place, too. Okay, so... Officer Blunt, I think there's been more than 2 gunshots that we're seeing here. Alright, so we need to find this mysterious gunshot. Alright, the only other thing I think I can investigate is Chris himself, so let's do that. Bullet wound to the head. The skull is badly damaged. Most of the side has been blown off. It looks delicious. His body position and the way he fell would indicate that he was sitting sideways on the chair, facing where Diane's body is now. The angle of the shot indicates that he was shot from this side. If someone shot him, they were standing in front of the refrigerator. No clues though. He could have been shot from that window. At the moment, it's shut. Must get it checked for fingerprints and footprints outside. Could someone have entered and left through here? We should have the fingerprints results in a couple of days, Detective. Don't forget that there aren't any footprints outside. If someone shot him from outside, then Chris would have sat facing the refrigerator. That would make sense. That way, the killer wouldn't need to enter the house. But in that case, who shot Diane? Let's examine his hand. Gunpowder residue on his right hand, confirming that he shot the gun. Hard to disagree with Officer Watts here. This is strong evidence of the victim shooting himself. Unless it was made to look that way. So, Chris was shot, Diane was shot, in whichever order that happened to happen. Then the gun was put into Chris's hand, and he fired it once to account for that missing shot that we don't really know what happened to it. But that was to put gun residue on his hand to frame him for killing these people. This chair has fallen on its back! Looks like Chris fell off the chair before or after being shot. Okay. Is there anything else that I can click now? Did any new stuff open up? I don't see it. Whoa, there's something. What's that? There's something written on this little table cabinet thing. Huh, what is this? What is this? I sniff it. I smell. What is it? Chris, 96. I'm guessing Chris built some of the furniture around this house. That's amazing and totally useful to my investigation. Thank you for wasting my time! Oh, we can check out Diane over here. I'm sorry, her face just made me laugh. I know I'm awful. I'm a terrible person. Gunshot to the stomach. The damage in the residue would suggest the shot was taken at point-blank range. That rules out the possibility of her being shot from the open window. She would have been in line of sight from the outside, though. There's no mistaking it. The perpetrator would have to be inside the house to cause this kind of a wound. Whether that was Chris or someone else, it's hard to say at the moment. I think that's everything. Alright, Officer Watts! What you doing, buddy? We done here? Yeah, we're done. Let's move on. Alright, let's have a chat with Mr. Willis outside. That was not the right accent. The rain has finally let up. Glory to the sun gods. Oh, did you bring me some coffee? Oh, I have to move. I forgot I can do that with my little lanky legs there. Right. This is Mr. Willis. He lives right there next door. Coffee, Detective? Yeah, sure, why not? Give me some of that coffee. Give me some of them beans. I don't particularly like coffee, but it's totally cool for my character in a video game to drink coffee. I mean, sure, why not? You can ask him any questions you may have about last night. Stop going southern, dude. My inevitable southern accent keeps escaping me. Right, Mr. Willis. Can you tell me everything you saw or heard during last night's events? We'll see. I'd headed off to bed at around 11 p.m. as I usually do, after a glass of whiskey. Helps me sleep, you know. Anyway, somewhere around 12:15 a.m. I'd say, I was woken up by a loud bang. It was my daughter. She found a neighborhood boy again. I ran to my bedroom window. That looked straight down at their place. And what did you see, sir? Nothing. The kitchen lights were on, but that's about it. I went to my phone and called Officer Watts here straight away. Thunder escapes my head. How long did it take you to get to the window, sir? About a couple of seconds, Detective. Not more than 5, I'd say. Because everybody wakes up and immediately jumps to their window in 5 seconds, not a few minutes that it takes to actually get your butt moving. I nearly fell out of my bed when I heard the shot, so you might say I was halfway there already. How about, did you see anyone on the street? No, detective. Everything was exactly the same, as always. This town's mighty boring. You said you heard one gunshot, though. Yes, the whiskey usually knocks me out pretty good, so if there'd have been more, I didn't hear them. Well, let's move on to other questions then. Do you live alone, sir? Yes, I do. Not my daughter. She doesn't exist in real life. Never got married. It's a, long story. One meant to be talked about over a couple of whiskeys, know what I mean? Can anyone confirm your whereabouts? No. I was just at home, you see. Am I a suspect? It's procedure, Mr. I know Mr. Willis. He's cool. Alright. React to the unprofessionalism on display! Curse you, detective! We need to question everybody! You cannot doubt my sexy demeanor! We'll need to have a talk later, officer. A talk? About what? Just later, okay? Okay, Sherlock. Whatever you say, Holmes. That was his snicker. Did they have many visitors? The neighbors, not you, not your daughter. No, not at all, in fact. In all this time, I only maybe saw Jack coming over to fix their car. Nah, people rarely ever visit them, because they mostly kept to themselves, see? Never made any friends here, they were assholes. But sometimes folks don't like those kinds either, so I can't really say, know what I mean? No, please elaborate. Speak to me as if I'm a child. You won't find anyone crying over their deaths here. Nobody really knew them. Those bastards. They never got out much. Is there anything else you'd like to share with me, Mr. Willis? I don't know if this is useful, but you might have heard about Chris and Diane. Little ditty about Chris and Diane. Two American kids doing the best they can. They looked pretty happy when they first moved in. More recently, though, I heard Diane crying a couple of times, usually late at night. See, the whiskey knocks me out early, so maybe that's why I never heard all this before. But a couple of times I was up a little later. One night, about a month ago, I heard pretty bad things. There was some loud sounds. At first I thought it was my daughter. She's quite a loud person in bed, but it looks like it's stuff being flung around and such, like she was throwing the bed and then throwing the boyfriend, and then I don't want to elaborate on such things. It's quite disturbing to me. But I also heard someone crying, and I was thinking to myself that maybe I should call the police. But then it quietened down all of a sudden. We never received any calls for domestic violence, but people have often talked about stories of this kind. Can you remember when this was? Well, I was up late at night writing an important letter. I think it must have been somewhere between the 1st to the 3rd of last month. 1st to 3rd, alright. Anything else? No, that's all I know. Thanks for your help. We'll be in touch if we need anything. No problem. And thanks for the coffee. I didn't give you any damn coffee. Blunt, did you give him coffee? He's a witness. He doesn't deserve coffee. So, detective, you said you wanted to have a talk later? Is now a good time? Yes, officer. Please don't tell witnesses that they're not under suspicion, especially not in front of them. So basically you're telling me that I don't know how to do my job. Is that it? Yes, basically. That's the gist of it. But all I'm saying is this case isn't all wrapped up as you'd like to believe. How can you not see what's right in front of you? It's so obvious. Mr. Willis didn't see anything outside the house after the gunshots, and there are no signs of anyone forcing entry either. On top of that, considering how rough things were between the two, you heard what Mr. Willis said, right? That doesn't prove anything! It doesn't prove anything. The state of their relationship could be relevant, or it might have nothing to do with it. We still need evidence to prove it either way. Something for not spotting anyone outside the house. As for, that's what it said. We can't just rely on one witness for the complete picture. A witness that was half asleep, I should add. Well, what about the door, huh? How was it locked from the inside? Explain that. I checked the door. It locks itself from the inside when you pull it closed. Whether you pull it from the outside or push it from the inside. Well, shit. I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm saying that there's no conclusive evidence yet. Well, fine then. Dig as deep as you'd like, Detective. You won't find anything new here. I was perfectly capable of handling this case myself, but of course the head department had to complicate things. In any case, Sheriff Harris will probably want to wrap up this case before the festival, so don't expect him to wait more than a week. I have to head to the station now. Officer, escort Detective Stone to his hotel. Will do, sir. I'm gradually remembering this game as it's coming up, the basics of the story and stuff. There was only about 45 minutes or so in the original demo, so I'm going to try and get through that in this first video and kind of shorten it to what works best. But we'll see if we want to continue the game after that. Yeah. We'll come back in the evening to search the house. Letters, diaries, things of that sort. Officer Blunt. Alright. When can we expect the autopsy results? Day after tomorrow, according to the coroner. But I'll confirm and let you know. I'm guessing there were more than 2 bullets shot last night. We should take another look around the kitchen to make sure. 3 bullets? But, we're actually glad that you're here, you know. Although the sheriff and Officer Watts would rather not admit it. See, Officer Blunt, she's the woman. She's the best. She's the best officer here. We're gonna keep Officer Watts and Officer whoever the other officer was off the force, and Officer Blunt here is gonna be the new sheriff in town. Even to themselves, they would not admit it. This is like the first murder here in the last 100 years or so. We have no idea how to deal with it. We're running around like chickens with our heads cut off. It's alright. I know what you mean.
I just joined the force a month back, for instance. And a murder already? I'm not sure if I'm ready or just cursed. I kind of knew them, you could say. I've never known anyone that's been murdered before, you know? Since there hasn't been a murder for over 100 years, and I'm much, much younger than that.
Bing.
It's kind of weird. A bit sad. I know as an officer I'm not supposed to feel that way and all.
You'll be fine. Give it time.
Thanks, Detective.
Tell me about Chris and Diane!
Well, I don't know much about them. It's mostly what Mr. Willis said earlier. Nobody knew them, really. They came in here, kept to themselves. You'd hear stories about them. Everyone thought they were some kind of weirdos. I admit I kind of agreed. I feel bad about that now. There's no reason to make assumptions about people's character, and character can't be used as evidence. So I'd really like to help figure out what the real story is, whatever it may be.
Okay, what about the festival? What is this bullshit?
Oh, it's an annual thing. We have it every October. It's Halloween! There's a fair on Market Street, there's food, rides. We get a lot of tourists from nearby states around that time. It's a good source of revenue for some of our smaller businesses. That, of course, is less important in the light of recent events.
Good to hear you say that.
Of course! We can't go around trying to wrap up cases based on our assumptions, whatever the situation may be. I mean, these were people's lives that ended, and it's our job to figure out what really happened. So I guess what I'm saying is, you can count on me during this investigation.
I think Dr. Sexy Pants has grown a new member inside of his pants. One sexy partnership to take on this corruption, this greed inside of this dankly town. I'm hoping the local police will let me do the job I've been sent here to do, though. I don't mean you.
Detective, I know what you mean. Honestly, Sheriff Harris is an asshole. I'm serious. He doesn't care about anything except running off home and taking it easy. This case probably ruined his plans to relax and enjoy the festival week. I hate people like that. Officer Watts, though, he's really sweet. I know he comes across a little obnoxious, but...
Oh my god! There's a person, kill it! Ah, we're at the repair shop now.
I saw her. She was right there. Why am I seeing her? Why am I thinking of her?
My poor car. My poor baby. When's it gonna be fixed, buddy? This is Jack, by the way. I remember Jack. Jackie Boy Jackinson. Jack, talk to me, buddy. Tell me what's wrong with my car. Well, the headlights and the bumper's gone. You'll need to have them replaced. I'm gonna have to check if I got a replacement part so I can fix it. And how long will that take, buddy? A couple of days, 3 maybe, depending on how quickly I can get the parts. Should take more than 4 days at most. I'm talking fucking weird, man. Hey, dude, can you fetch me my big red wrench? It should be in a toolbox outside. Alright, I'll get you your big red wrench. I'll find it, buddy. You're amazing, bud. Thanks. Let's see. Where's the big red wrench? Toolbox? Officer Blunt, have you seen a toolbox? Is it way over here on the edge of the screen? Hey, a toolbox! Oh, dude, that's a sweet car. That's a sweet car. I want to see it. Oof! What a beauty. I have to restart that. What a beauty. It's locked. Come on, Jack. Come on, boy. Is the key inside of this... What does it say? Tar. Is it inside the tar bucket? Yes, it is, apparently. Let's use our key and get the big red wrench. This must be it, because it's big and red, just like he said it would be. Jackie boy, here, take your big red wrench and whack me over my penis with it. Yeah, that's it. I love this wrench. Thanks, bud. I'm gonna ask about that sweet-ass convertible. Is it yours? Yeah, man, that's a 65 Mustang. I love that ride. I got it used for pretty cheap off a guy who couldn't take care of it anymore. Luckily, the car's got something that keeps it running like new now. The big red wrench. You know, the red wrench is pretty awesome, but it's nothing if it's not got someone who can make it work. Me, dude. I spend all my free time on her, fixing her up, making sure she runs better than new. And I keep her happy by taking her on long, beautiful drives on the roads outside town. Detective, you're investigating Diane's murder, right? And Chris, yes. You have any information that could help us? I don't know about information, man. I just know that he did it. What do you mean by that? Chris, he killed her. And why do you say this? Everyone could see it coming. Diane, what the fuck? My camera cut off. Why does this keep happening? My battery keeps dying. I don't know why. They say she was troubled, scared of him even. Someone in this town should have done something. We all knew this could happen, but no one cared enough about him to bother interfering. How do you know all this? I don't know. Rumors around town? Did you know them? Not really. People here barely did. They were not the kind to come out and make friends with their new neighbors. They still felt like outsiders to the rest of us. And what were you doing last night? What was I doing? Yes, that's what I asked. Oh, right. I drove a couple miles from here and drank a few beers while I enjoyed the view. At night? Yeah, the stars, man. You see. Was there anyone with you? Did you meet anyone? Nah, man. There's nothing like the pleasure of your own company sometimes. Alright, thanks for your help. We'll be back if we have any more questions. Of course you will. What do you mean? For your car, man. Come back when it's fixed. You get way too serious. Way too fast, man. Chill out. Hey. Hi. It'll take him 3 to 4 days to fix the car. Damn, that's long. That's what she said. But what happened back there, detective? How'd we hit that tree? I sneezed. I didn't see or hear you sneeze. I mean, I was about to, which is why I closed my eyes in anticipation and kind of lost control. But you screamed instead of sneezing. Anyway, if you say so. But are you okay? I mean, I don't know you, so I don't know if this is a regular thing. No offense. No, that's okay. I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean, you collapsed back there at the crime scene too. And then this? Yeah, I don't know. I've been a little dizzy all day. Maybe I just need a nap. Seeing this kind of stuff kind of bums me out. I'm just saying, if there's anything wrong, you can talk to me about it. Don't hesitate. Okay. We're gonna trust Blunt. We're gonna put our lives in the hands of Blunt. Detective! What's up, Jackie boy, Jackie man? I'm gonna drive to the next town for a bit. Want me to drop you on the way? Yeah, sure. Let's do that, buddy. Let's do that, my friend, my pal. Here we are, the famous Pineview Main Street. I'm kidding, not much to see here, really. Let's see if we can talk to some of the locals on the way to the hotel. Alright. It isn't very busy at this time of the day, but there should be a few people out here. Father Smith knows a lot about Pineview. It'd be good to talk to him before heading back to the hotel. He should be around St. Madeline's Church. Oh, also, here's a map so you can get around town by yourself. Ooh, I have an actual map? I'm pressing M. In to do objectives, M for the map. Ooh, cool. That's a nice map. It doesn't exactly have a location of where I am, but it's a nice map. And my objectives are to talk to Father Smith. Okie doke. Let's go find Father Smith with my slow, ridiculous walk. Pineview books? Fiction or non-fiction? I like fiction.
Me too!
Alright, that was good to know. We're learning more about Officer Blunt. Still hoping that I might get to smoke her later.
Hey, detective. You're here investigating the shootings, right?
Yes, I am.
The whole thing is so tragic. Anyway, do you want some tea? Coffee? This is my cafe.
Nah, that's alright. Come over here if you want a pint.
Keep your unhealthy habits to yourself, Alan.
Too much coffee's unhealthy too. Also, if you haven't noticed, he's already smoking a cigarette. He obviously doesn't give a damn about his health.
Ignore him. He just likes to annoy me. And I let it go. I let it get to me all the same.
Who is that?
That's Alan, owner of the bar next door, and my brother. Twin brother. Not that you'd know by the way we lead our lives. I don't know how we ended up as polar opposites.
I know! I got all the good stuff!
Anyway, you had questions?
How long has it been since you moved here?
I was born here. My family lived here for many years before that. We left for the city when I was about 10. My dad was looking for better work. I returned soon as I graduated, about 9 years back. I prefer the life here. Big cities just aren't for me. Now it's just me, my books, and my coffee shop. Life is simple, and I love it.
Did Alan also come with you at the same time?
No, Alan, he only joined me here about 5 years back to get a fresh start. Maybe he can tell you more about that.
Do you live alone?
No, I'm married. I've been for about 6 years now. Met my wife in my own cafe, actually. Aw, it's a cute story. We were very happy for you, Mark.
Does Alan live with you?
No, but he lives close by.
Was he in last night?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't check or meet him, though.
What about Chris and Diane? Did you see them often?
No, barely. A handful of times, maybe. They came into the cafe a few times, but that was in the early days when they just moved in. They wouldn't say much to me or anyone else, and mostly kept to themselves. Or I could say they didn't have eyes for anyone else, to put it bluntly. They looked very much in love.
What can you tell me about them?
Well, I kind of identified with Chris in a way. It sounds like he moved here for the peace of mind this place provides, and to start a small business.
What business?
He'd been trying to get a hotel project off the ground here, from what I hear. He had trouble getting the project approved. Maybe Father Smith can tell us more. He's involved in the planning committee.
And where were you last night?
I closed my place by 8 p.m. I bought some supplies from the general store down the street, and then went home.
I assume the storekeeper will remember that?
Yes, Miss Brown was in last night at the time. She should be able to confirm it.
And Alan, could he confirm this?
He didn't come to work yesterday. Took a day off. Said he was feeling unwell, so he stayed home. Looks like that's passed, luckily. He looks fine today. Anyway, I went back home after that, changed, and went for a jog, as usual. Came back, took a nice long, warm bath, made myself a cup of coffee, and had dinner with my wife. Then read a book for an hour or so, and was probably asleep by 10:30 as always.
That's incredibly detailed, sir. I didn't want that much information. We'll talk later. See you around. Why does my ear feel like I'm being stabbed? Where'd Alan go? He was nearby. Alan! Alan's gone. That's alright, we can talk to him tomorrow. Old feller. How you doing, old feller? Hello, Grandpa?
I'm not your grandpa.
And your name is?
Grandpa.
Mr. Grandpa, I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
And I was wondering if I could ask Miss Brown there out on a date. But wondering ain't doing, is it? Just look at her. Hoo boy. Makes me feel 40 years younger. She does. Do you have a plan to grow up, Grandpa? Any more growing up and I might just die. And I ain't planning on doing that before I ask you out. Goodness, such immaturity at this age. She likes me. I know she does. You're deluded. Woohoo! Anyway, you had questions, young man?
I thought I did.
Where were you last night, Grandpa? I really suspect you for the murder. Where do you think I was?
Sleeping?
That's right. What else do you expect an old man to do at that time of the night?
Can anyone confirm this?
No one can. I live alone.
Well, let's just ask about Chris and Diane.
When they first moved in, Chris would often come in the evening and buy some things from me. He'd come in daily almost, looked pretty cheerful too. Then a couple of months after that, he just stopped coming. The last few times he came, I could see that something wasn't right. It came out yellow. But that's a story for another time. Maybe trouble with his lady, I don't know. He and Diane went to the church, maybe a couple of times. Once or twice they came over here after for coffee and donuts. They were quite a couple, I tell you. He was the quiet, nonchalant one. She an exciting, electrifying energy. A classic case of opposites attracted to each other. If what people say is true, I don't know how things went so wrong so fast. But then, with these things, you can never say. This was all about 4 to 5 months back. After that, I hardly ever saw them out here again.
Did you notice anything unusual lately?
Now that I think about it, I actually might have.
Yeah?
Miss Brown's been tying her hair in a much tighter bun lately. I wonder what that means. Is she softening up and trying to hide it?
Aw, Grandpa, you notice these things.
I mean it when I say it, beautiful. I'm a passionate lover. Very passionate.
Damn it, Grandpa. Hello? I was talking about the possible murders. Did you see anything related to that? Oh, no, much the same. Can't say I did. Alright, that's enough from Grandpa. Miss Brown, do you have any information that's new and unusual, other than Grandpa's a little bit of a perv?
Oh, Detective, you'll have to excuse me. I'm awfully busy at the moment. New inventory just come in and I need to take stock. Alright, open the second box, Johnny.
No problem. We'll talk later. Alright, I'm not going to bother with Johnny. We're just going to go and move on to the church. Get this train rolling. Ooh. That's pretty. This is a beautiful town. That is a very yellow tree. But this is a very pretty town. Oh my god, the sun is going to devour the entire world. It's so big.
The priest! We found the priest! We have to eat the priest!
No, not eat the priest. Not eat the priest. Why are you still walking? Talk to the priest.
Father Smith?
Oh, hello, Detective. Stone. Detective Stone. First time in Pineview, I assume? Yeah, I only just arrived. I wanted... That is good. That is good. And what do you think of it? Do you like it here? It's beautiful. It is, isn't it? While you're here, you must enjoy the views. Breathe in the fresh air. Take a walk in the woods. But then, you must want to preserve this beauty too, yes? Leave here without taking anything away from us. There's a way of life here, and I do my best to maintain that. For the good of my people.
The greater good.
The ones that are here on more than just a merry whim.
The greater good.
Anyway, Detective, you had questions. Can you tell me about the hotel? Sure. Chris wanted to open a hotel with about 40 rooms or so. He said he wanted to keep it small, in accordance with our bylaws, but even 40 was pushing it. These things always grow out of hand. Once the tourists start coming in, they'd see how untouched a place Pineview really is. Demand would increase, and of course, Chris wouldn't want to pass up on the opportunity to cash in on that. Regardless, we never got to that point. Chris always kept messing up his papers whenever he came in for approval. He'd either misplace them or mess up some of the details. There were delays on the construction site, too. I guess the delays cost him money. It was all going downhill fast. And well, then this happened. He died. What can you tell me about Chris and Diane? Did you know them? Not too well. They came to church a couple of times, but then they stopped coming. They withdrew themselves from the rest of the community, and I can't say that helped. Friends can help in difficult times, and it's obvious they were beginning to have really difficult times by the end. If they'd continued to come to church, I could have offered some guidance. Sometimes relationships can entangle you. But unfortunately, it had come to this. Whatever their troubles, it looks like they made each other suffer for it. I'm sure you'll learn what most of us here already know. In any case, I wish you luck. And where were you, priest?
You did it, priest, didn't you? You killed them!
I was here all night. I finished up some work, and I went to bed by 10 p.m., I'd say. Well, fine. You're clear. You're clear, priest, but I have my eyes on you. Don't forget that. What do I do now? Do I have a new objective? Go to the hotel. Okay, I know how to do that now. I don't think that I had to do that before. I don't think I actually had to go through the map and move around like that. That's actually a pretty cool thing, except for the fact that you move so slowly. Can I walk faster? Faster walk. I know my sexy legs are a great desire to look at, but I only have so much patience, man.
Alright then, The hotel's further down Overlook Street. Check the map if you get confused. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Mark's Cafe?
Sounds good. See ya, officer.
Take care, detective.
Whoa, this is a slanty street. This is new. I can't talk to you guys, right?
Good. You know Chris killed her, right? What? How do you know that?
Look at that. People speculating on the streets as if they know what happened. Detective Sexy Pants is on the case and he will not be stopped. He will discover the truth and I guarantee you that Chris did not kill Diane. Hi, lady. Who are you? You standing outside the hotel?
Oh, hello. I'm Mary Patterson. I run this hotel with my husband. You're Detective Stone, I presume?
Yep, good to meet you.
I've prepared our best room on the top floor for you. It isn't the biggest establishment, and so it isn't too fancy, but I think you'll like it here. You must be tired. There's hot water in your room, and dinner's ready. Come on, I'll show you the way.
Thank you. Ah, our room. Hotel rooms, they all feel the same, don't they? Reminds me of better times. I love hotel rooms. I mean, a lot of the times they're pretty nasty and gross and all that stuff, and lots of people sleep in the rooms, and most hotels suck. But I like the idea of hotel rooms, going on long journeys and getting to stay off in these places that you just don't know, living on the road. It's something that I enjoy a lot and don't get to do hardly at all. What's in this drawer? Holy fuck, I can change my outfit? Oh shit! Oh shit, I can change my outfit! I have to check them all out. Well, I mean, I'm going to bed, so I should probably wear my sleepwear, but I kind of just want to keep my classic castiel suit. But I got to see them. I got to see the outfits, that's all that matters. Should I go pee? Should I leak my little castiel? Better go before I sleep. I don't want to get up in the middle of the night. It's kind of chilly. It's kind of chilly for my willy. Good God, you just stick your head in the toilet? I can't sleep with the lights on. I better change my clothes too. Oh man, you're gonna make me change. You're gonna make me change to this sleepwear. Fine. There you go. Lights off. That's better. A little spooky, but I dig it. I dig it. Time to go to bed now. Yes, you should go to sleep. Do it. Yawn!
I really need to get some sleep today. What the hell happened back here today? I'm still smoking. After all these days, goddamn. No, Mark, there's no peace of mind here. The silence, it only lets your thoughts speak louder.
Was he missing a leg or was it under the sheet? Oh, what is this? Am I in hell? Why am I in hell? Am I dreaming? Cool. Fun times. Red demon hell. This is weird. This is a horrible dream. It's a weird dream. I wouldn't call it a horrible dream. Nothing bad's happening. You're just walking into nothing. Oh, is that the pits of hell? Let's drop in and burn our little man legs. Whee! Tree. Oh, we're fine. Oh God, no! Can I go in this tiny door? No, I don't want to see this. I don't want to remember. I need to get out. Why am I here? I need to wake up! I need to wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! E! Jesus! What happened? I think we woke up.
What the? Am I awake? I can't move. This is horrifying. What's going on?
Let's try to move our head.
Arms. Legs. This is hopeless. I can't. Wait. What's that?
What the fucking shit?
What the hell? Holy Abigail? Is that you?
Michael, you did this. Why? How could you?
I don't know.
How can you live after doing something like that?
You have no idea how hard it is to go on without you.
Then why go on? What's the point?
What's the point? I don't know. I have to... What the fuck is this on the right side of the screen?
For your happiness? Do you feel you deserve that anymore? Or for this case, do you think anyone even cares about it? For whom, Michael? You protect yourself from thoughts about me. You need to hide me from yourself so that you can live. Is it worth it?
No, I'm not sure.
I miss you, Michael.
What the fuck? Ah! What the fuck? I skipped whatever happened. What happened? Is this just a bright new day? Sunshiny? Nothing bad happened? What is this?
Alright guys, well that's gonna do it for this episode of Rainswept. This is about where the demo ended last time. It didn't continue on to this part, but I believe it ended at that little ghosty whaley moment. It's a really cool game. We really haven't seen much new. It's mostly the same game. They didn't change a whole lot in the beginning, but there was a few new aspects like moving around the map and all that. And I look forward to seeing more of what this game has turned into, what they've created, because it's been in development for quite a while. And it looks like a really cool game. Dude really needs to chill out on the smoking, for Christ's sake. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what you thought of the game, what you thought of the video, and if you want to see more of Rainswept in the comments down below. But thanks again, and I will see you in the next video. Stay awesome!